The NBA is the absolute best sports league, best ran sports league in America. Think about this. Like I said, you keep three things happy. You keep your partners happy, your owners happy, and your employees happy, employees. And if those three things are happy, the customers take care of themselves. Let's start with the partners, right? What's a big partner when you're in a sports league? Your advertisers. Well, advertising's at an all-time high for the NBA. While the NFL is having issues with, well, do we want to put extra decals and advertising logos like NASCAR in the players' helmets? Do we want to, how do we want to improve the brand of the NFL while letting these guys celebrate? What was one of the biggest things we heard throughout the season in the NBA? We heard, oh my gosh, ESPN and TNT are furious with their TV deals because stars were sitting out games and they were not able to get the ROI, return on investment, that they thought they should be getting for signing these huge TV deals. And then the NBA, not their fault, but not able to put the product that these TV sponsors wanted out there. Well, as bad as that is for the TV sponsors, the NBA just linked record deals with ESPN, TNT, even their even NBA TV. I know they're about to re-up on a new deal here in a year or two. They just got all-time great deals, like bigger than they've ever had in the history of the sport. And not just, everyone always says, well, you got to adjust for inflation. No, you don't even have to adjust for inflation in this. They have the best TV deals they've ever had in the history of that sport. I think the NFL has a slightly bigger overall TV deal, but the NFL itself is a bigger product, but the NBA is better ran. Let's look at the owners. I'm going to just use this as my only example for the owners because this is the only one I think I really need. Scratch that. We're going to go owners last because I think this is an important thing to say before I get to the owners. Employees. Do you know what it's like to be an employee in the NBA right now? If you're an employee in the NBA, you could be a mid-level guy. So take grocery store and say runners at the bottom of the food chain, say a cashier is next, and then you've got a manager. Not a service manager or a district manager, a big-time one, but just an average manager. He's in charge of just making sure, not so much deciding what happens, but just making sure the guys below him are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They have rank. Those guys in the NBA right now are signing huge deals. I'm not one to count someone's money, but when Kelly Olynyk gets 4 years for $50 million from the Miami Heat, when Otto Porter's getting 4 years, $103 million or $104 million from the Kings, Zach Randolph at 36, and Zach Randolph deserved every bit of his money, but he would not have had this kind of money 5-10 years ago, is getting 2 years for $24 million. You have guys that are, and I don't want to use Zach Randolph for this analogy, I apologize, but you have guys that are basic managers or mid-level employees getting paid top dollar. I think it's pretty good to be an employee in the NBA right now. Owners, my last point. Let's look at the New England Patriots and the Golden State Warriors. Robert Kraft bought the Patriots for $172 million. They are now worth $1.5 billion. Okay? Everyone would tell you that, all the sports or all the franchises are increasing in money. Everyone's made 5-6 times what they invested. Well, yes, but this is why there's 1%ers and there's just really rich people. Like, I don't think $100 million gets you in the 1% class, but you're really rich. The Warriors were bought for $450 million 7 years ago. are now worth $2.6 billion. I want you to think about that for a second. Less time. Robert Kraft bought the Patriots in 97, 96, 97. I'm sorry, it was even a few years before that. It was early 90s. He's had 20 years as the owner of that franchise. They've gone up about a little over $1.3 billion. The Golden State Warriors in a 7-year span have gone up $2.2 billion. Plus that. Over $2.2 billion. And I use these two as my examples. And if you want to go really compare team for team, the low-end teams in the NBA are marking up at a higher rate than low-end teams in the NFL. The mid-level teams are marking up at a higher rate than the mid-level teams in the NFL. Take these two teams. These are about is the top of the top. Because everyone's just going to tell you, oh, well, the reason the Warriors are improving in value so much is because they've won 2 of the last 3 finals. They have Steph Curry, who's been the MVP twice. They added Kevin Durant. Of course they're going to go up. Well, wait, didn't Tom Brady and the Patriots just win their 2nd out of 3 Super Bowls? Isn't Tom Brady won 5 Super Bowls in the time Robert Kraft's owned them? Aren't they the most dominant team the last 20 years? Isn't Tom Brady the greatest player of all time with multiple MVPs? Didn't they set a record for the most points in the season, even though it's been topped since then? Oh, yeah, they have. And they still haven't improved in value or marked up in value as much as the Golden State Warriors. That says something.